Alright, you guys, you know I like to gush about box arts on this channel, but I feel like today this is a special exception. This is like some next level stuff. This art is freaking insane. It's so good. It's just such a good composition. The execution is incredible. It's really up there, you guys, for some of the most impressive box arts I've ever seen. Anyway, welcome to the video. Today we are reviewing the No Grade 1144 Hygogg from 1989. This is part of the 0080 series of kits. Really nice series of kits. I would highly recommend them, but yeah, why don't we go ahead and get right into the review so you guys can see for yourself what we're working with here. Okay, before we get into it, just a quick close-up of the box art here, as well as some shots of the painted up kit on the side in all different kinds of poses. And on the other side of the box, you've got even more different poses. Lots of accessories and different poses you can do with this kit, so it's really quite cool. And yeah, let's take a look at the manual. Okay, so of course you've got the box art on the front of the manual showing here number 4 in the series. And this manual opens up a bit differently. And you've got some illustrations of the Hygogg with all of the accessories and this really crazy paint splattered background, which I think is kind of interesting. And you've got a spread of the parts list and all of the instructions. And then on the back, you've got a diagram showing the transformation between the different modes, as well as your painting guide and some more detailed up shots of the kit, and then this cute little cartoon telling you to send in your mail to Bandai. So that's kind of cute. And yeah, anyway, let's take a look at the kit. Alright, so here you've got the snapped up together kit in one of the more basic poses, and because this kit does come with so many different accessories, I'm just going to go ahead real quick and swap through different accessories and different poses so you guys can get a feel for all the different things you can do with this kit. So here you've got the kit holding one of those missile pods, and then you'll also notice there is a missile on the right arm shooting out. Again, you've still got the backpack on there, and yeah, it looks pretty cool in this pose. Let's go ahead and switch it up once more. Alright, and here's another one of the poses that was included not in the manual but in the photos on the side of the box, and you can see here you've taken the missile pod and pushed it further up into the arm, and that gives you another alternate kind of pose. It makes it feel a little bit more dynamic. Last but not least, you've got the underwater navigation mode, which I guess does look kind of silly because I don't have an action base or anything to put it up on, but you kind of get the idea of what it would look like. And yeah, I can just take it and kind of hold it here. And you know, you're gonna get something kind of like that. And yeah, so those are some of the main different poses and configurations of the kit. So what do I think? I think overall, the sculpt looks good, and I think the articulation and all the accessories are quite nice, but unfortunately, I just think where the seam lines are placed on this kit, I can't really recommend it. I would say it's gonna be pretty much a nightmare trying to clean this thing up. It can be done, it's just the amount of time it would take to do it. It is a little frightening to me, especially just with so many other projects going on. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Starting off with this seam line on the top of the head, anytime you have a seam line that runs through details like this, especially circles, you're just going to have a lot of trouble cleaning it up. So to get putty inside of that circle and clean it up with some kind of a really small piece of sandpaper or filing tool is going to be a huge problem. What you're probably going to want to do is either sand this down completely and rebuild that from scratch, or maybe try and cut a paper thin piece of plot plate to a perfect circle and seat it inside of there. Same thing for these squares. Trying to fill that and clean that line between these rectangles and squares is just not going to be any fun. And then you've got all of the individual seam lines across these arms. This one is not as bad because there's no detail there. That should be pretty easy to do. It's just the amount of times you have to do it for each of these individual pieces. And then on this side, really, really ugly seam line there, going through some more panel line details. Again, just any time that you have, you know, a seam line that goes through details, you have to make the decision of, do you want to completely remove those details and rescribe them? In this case, I would say probably yes, you're going to have to do that. And then again, going right through that detail, it's just, those things combined make it really, really just not exciting to me. And of course, you've got them down the legs too. These leg ones are not as big of an issue, but basically what it translates to is almost every part of this kit has some kind of seam line that you're going to have to remove. There's really nothing that you can just paint right out the gate besides maybe like the fingers or the backpack or something like that. Even the backpack has got, yeah, even the backpack has got seam lines all over it. So just really unfortunate seam line placement. I think they could have done a better job with this, given that the Dom in this series has an almost flawless presentation with very few seam lines and 0 of them running through essential details. And this one takes the opposite approach where every single seam line runs through essential details. It's quite unfortunate. But other than that, it's a really cool kit. I really do like these missile pods, these missile attachments. You also get some different fingers, which I'll show in a sec. So you can see here, they give you a choice of these fingers which are straight and these ones which are bent. So you can kind of customize how you want the hands to look. And there's enough pieces to present the hands however you want on both hands. So that's cool. And one other thing worth mentioning is the stickers. Overall, I really never use stickers, but I just think it's worth mentioning because there are stickers that literally just say kill with an exclamation point, which I think is just kind of funny. And then these big old school numbers, which I think look pretty cool too. But yeah, that's pretty much going to do it for this review. Overall, I would say it's a really cool kit with some sick box art that has some very unfortunate seam line placement. And you guys know I'm pretty forgiving with old school kits, but I don't know, this one seems pretty brutal to me. So am I gonna paint it? Probably not. Maybe when I'm retired if I've got all the time in the world, but for now, I've got other bigger and better projects to work on. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think of this kit. Let me know what you think of the box art especially. And yeah, have you built this? I would love to get your thoughts. And as always, if you enjoyed, if you could hit that subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up, I would greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching. More videos are on the way, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.